Hello, welcome to this video today, this short video. I'm here with Lyndell, and we are going to be offering something called journey groups. You might have seen the classes for the session on our website. You might have some extra questions or wondering about what the process will be. And so Lyndell is here with me and she's going to explain the process. So the process of these journey groups, Lyndell, what will be happening when we meet? What will we be doing together?
Well, it's a very special and sacred time, and I just want to acknowledge that first. And the journey group, a lot of people might not have known, or heard of this before, right? So it can also be referred to as like compassionate listening or soul to soul listening. So these journey groups or this compassionate listening, it is quite a structured time where we start with some centering and some breathing practices. And often we encourage people not to come with a set thing that they want to talk about. But with that being said, say you have something big going on in your life that you really are trying to work through, by all means, that can come. But coming and through that centering process, dropping within, kind of out of your mind, into your soul, into your heart. And often when we are able to be in that space, some different things kind of arise for us that maybe we didn't think we were wanting to talk about. But so connecting with that's with the centering pieces, and each Monday one person will be the sharer, and we'll let you know ahead of time, so we're not just gonna drop it on you who it is. The individual will share for up to 5 minutes. You don't have to do it for 5 minutes. And again, sharing what's moving in you, in your soul. Maybe there's something that just really needs to be spoken and to be heard. That's the real beauty of these groups, is that compassionate listening, and it's such a gift and can be so healing to be heard. So after you're sharing, then we go back into silence as a group for about 3 minutes, and the listeners, they will ponder what they heard. And throughout the sharing, you can write down keywords that you heard the individual say, or things that really stood out for you that they said. And then there is the group response. So each one of the listeners will get about up to 2 minutes. Again, it doesn't have to be, but to share what you heard the speaker say. And it's not a time to criticize, to ask questions or anything. It's solely what I heard that person say. And then we go back into silence. And then during that silence, it's a time for the listeners to think about, what did the person who was sharing, what did their story evoke in you? Because when we can drop down and really listen, it often, we realize it brings up something in ourselves. And again, this whole process is really beautiful in that, only one person shares each time, but it can affect everybody else in the group and have an opening or a healing or a exploring opportunity. So after the group members share what was evoked in them, again, we go back into a short silence, and then the speaker has the opportunity to share what this experience was like for them. What was it like having your words reflected back to you? And it's really neat because usually different words or parts of your story will stand out for different people in the group. Or sometimes there's a real common thread. And so hearing it back, because sometimes we don't realize maybe even the certain words that we're using to describe our stories or the meaning, and to hear it back to us, again, it's just on that soul level that you get to ponder, is this is how I'm portraying it? Is it actually correct with how it's going? Or it really can be healing and honoring to be like, oh, they heard the word despair or gratitude. They heard that in my story. Because so often in our society, we'll share and you don't often feel that somebody really heard you. So that hearing it back can just be very validating. And then there's just a short review where we just check in with everybody on kind of, was there a time or space where you kind of felt a shift in yourself? And maybe like we asked, like maybe the spirit was moving within your soul. Was there an awakening or an aha or a movement? Because again, when we can slow down and listen and drop within and pay attention to our bodies too, you'll notice a shift in your body through a story. It might be a lightning, like a sense of light or tense or like that light bulb moment. But so each person will get to share that. And then we just have a brief closing. And that is roughly the process of it. So it's been done many, many times for many years and proven to be a very helpful technique and gift to follow in really honoring one's soul. So that's why it is quite structured that way, but it allows for that deep listening and deep connecting.
Wonderful. And I had the opportunity to participate in Lyndell's journey groups back in 2020 during the pandemic. And it was a very profound experience for me. Lyndell and I have also worked on these Enneagram groups. And I'm just wondering, Lyndell, does this have anything to do with the Enneagram?
Not directly, no. This isn't an education piece at all. It's again an opportunity to connect within and to share and to support. And however, with that being said, if you have some Enneagram interest or training, as you're sharing, you might be able to reflect, oh wow, that was a real 2 spot in me coming out, right? When you hear it being reflected back. So it can be that way a great opportunity to notice maybe some of those patterns of the Enneagram that we find, and for the healing part. But there isn't, it's not a teaching time. It is a holding space time.
Have you had any other feedback from anyone else regarding their experience with these journey groups?
That feeling honored. And a lot of people were surprised because they're like, I don't know if this is, a good thing to try. And it's different, right? A lot of us haven't tried it. And so many people have said, I'm so grateful. I didn't realize how deeply I would come to appreciate this time and how sacred those times and how healing on emotional level, even physically by releasing, and healing for your heart and soul, like to be heard, not by others, but even for themselves. I've heard a few people really say that just it was very empowering for themselves to do that.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to holding the space. Both Lyndell and I will be there holding the space for everyone and ringing the bell, and I'll be leading the breathwork practices in the beginning. And these groups start January 15th, and they run every second Monday for 4 sessions, because we have a session for each person to share their heartfelt expression of what they want to share. And you'll find more information in the description below, including the link to register. So please sign up soon. We're just really looking forward to sharing this space with you if you feel drawn towards it. So thank you so much for sharing this information today, Lyndell, and we will see everybody soon.
Thank you.